China begs Hong Kong to improve its economy. Glory to Hong Kong finally banned, and a British man accused of spying for Hong Kong mysteriously found dead. So, you may or may not have heard that China's economy is slowing down. This is because there are several red flags in China's economy, namely the fact that many Chinese provinces are accumulating debt faster than they can fix it, and also the fact that people are just pulling out of China fast. Investors are pulling out of China, companies are pulling out of China, basically everyone is mainly just because of mounting pressure over China's many atrocities, and also the fact that China's economy has kind of just reached its limit. I mean, China's growth was pretty substantial, but there's only so much you can go, and now China's economy is being eclipsed by other emerging powers. For example, many American companies that want cheaper labor are now going to Mexico, which is why most Barbies and other Mattel toys are now made in Mexico and not China. Companies that want to stay in Asia are going to Vietnam and South Korea. And even Israel is throwing itself into the tech game with what it calls Silicon Wadi, which is a brilliant name. And many Arab countries are also hoping to capitalize on that and make their own Silicon Wadis. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. So recently Xi Jinping approached John Lee, which is Hong Kong's chief executive, and asked him, how do you do the economy thing? Basically, because China wants to know how Hong Kong's economy keeps on going up while the rest of the nation goes down. Well, same with Macau, but we all know why Macau's economy is always going up. Anyways, so Xi Jinping approached several other companies as well as members of the Hong Kong government, asking them how to improve China's economy, then also saying that Hong Kong needs to improve their economy further, and that'll improve the China's local economy near Guangdong. And John Lee has now said that he hopes to double the amount of trips across the border by loosening security, which in this day and age, I never thought I'd hear someone say that they should loosen security at border checkpoints. Anyways, so yeah, this just shows that China is getting so desperate that they're beginning to ask their own local governments for advice. Because it seems like China can't do its job, so now Hong Kong is basically the ruler of China's economy again. In other words, a song that united millions of Hong Kongers during the protests are now banned. Basically, Glory to Hong Kong was made during the Hong Kong protests as an anthem for Hong Kong and by extension the protests. It became basically the de facto anthem, with many people still claiming till this day that it should be considered Hong Kong's anthem, with one person on Wikipedia even trying to add it in the info box. But you might be saying, didn't they already crack down on that? Didn't they already ban Glory to Hong Kong back when the national security law was passed? Well, yes and no. In all likelihood, a few months ago, if you tried to sing the song in Hong Kong, you'd probably still get detained or arrested. But now, it has to be officially banned on music platforms, and on YouTube there will still be videos with it, but when you click on it, it'll say that this content is not available in your country. Now, originally this ruling was actually blocked a few months ago because they said that it would infringe on free speech, as if that hasn't already happened many times, but now it is officially no longer allowed in Hong Kong, with the Hong Kong authorities saying that hopefully streaming services will abide by the new rule and will remove the song, saying that it is a matter of national security. I can think of many things that are more damaging to Hong Kong to national security than the song Glory to Hong Kong, chief among them being, well, the Hong Kong government itself. And in our last story today, a man charged with spying for Hong Kong was mysteriously found dead in the UK. Basically, one of the few things Hong Kong does have independent from the rest of China is its own James Bond service, spy service, that basically does, well, what spy services do. And This guy was accused of spying for Hong Kong and was charged a little while ago under a new law passed in the UK along with 3 others. He was released on bail and they were going to send him to court again on Friday. Then he was found dead in a park near a town in London and pronounced dead on the spot. Not much more to say, because there isn't really much suspicion of who could have killed him. Some thoughts are maybe China, maybe anti-China protesters. We don't really know, but this is definitely a very mysterious case, and I'll update this whenever it gets any more news. But this all has also fueled a little feud between Britain and China. Britain has been very mad at China for undermining freedoms in Hong Kong ever since the national security law was passed, and has basically accused China of cracking down on Hong Kong's freedoms and disobeying the treaty that they signed. Anyways, that's all from me today. Sorry I haven't made an episode of Exploring Hong Kong in a while, I've just been working on some other stuff, but I hope to post this not every Wednesday, but occasionally on some Wednesdays whenever there's interesting news to report. But anyways, so again, see you guys later.